Welcome back to another episode of my trading vlog, where most of the views come from returning subscribers. If that's you, hit the thumbs up button. If it's not, consider subscribing. We're going to be talking about Nvidia today because everybody is. Big earnings announcement, of course, and the AI tech bubble begins. Huge flag here. There's a huge flag here. Obviously, we haven't seen a breakout up or down from the flag. You could argue that we had the breakout today. You could, if you're going to take the height of the flagpole from the 24th near 394. We have had a push higher. If you're going to be calling that the confirmation level for the breakout of the flag, then coming back down to this level and testing it is part of the process in establishing a continuation. But guess what? That won't confirm. That's just step 2 of the process. It won't confirm the full process until we get above that highest high at 419. You hit 419, you plow above it, you get a lot of volume. Guess what? 473 is on the board. On the board, with the potential to reach 533 if there's a continuation there. Typically, the price peters out and dies somewhere in the middle here. What I want to say, though, is that not all earnings flags play out like this. GameStop recently formed a very similar pattern and had a very bearish time of it. We haven't had this downward breakout yet, and seeing the slant here of this flag is kind of encouraging. It means that we could be part of what Bulkowski calls a half-staff tilted formation. Let's pull up the patternsite.com. I really encourage everyone to go there yourself and have a look. It's cool that it's here, but really go read this page. It's very important that you understand what Bulkowski is saying when he says, wait to enter a position until that top of the flagpole is broken. It's very important. You're going to see the measure rule here. This is typically what you see me doing all the time, is just finding the height of a pattern and then finding the appropriate place to apply that measure rule. And here you're going to see sometimes it's not always so clean and easy. It's kind of a long process to get through that earnings flag. Nonetheless, visit the website, thepatternsite.com. It's great. It's free. Everyone should know it. I got lucky just Google searching it. Let's go look at GameStop really quickly because GameStop also had an earnings flag. This was an earnings event back here, and the price tanked following that event. And we had a big ABC correction lower, and we just about nailed that 100% target at 1751. Not quite, though. Bottoming towards 1808. Half of $1 there is kind of a lot. There must be some support resistance here at 18,830, which there is. I think on the daily time frame that might be a gap. Since then, we've seen a big push higher, and we still haven't reclaimed the height of the flagpole, which is interesting. GameStop doing GameStop things. Just remember, not all earnings flags are what they turn out to be, and entering a trade before we get a confirmation signal by breaking out above one of those key levels, 419, or if you want to call 395 the top of the flagpole, then there, I mean, really, it doesn't matter how you cut it. You're taking on a lot of risk. This is a risky thing to do, is to hop into something that has got a news event. I've seen it happen before. The news sends some equity soaring higher, and then later it plummets. And you get these charts that just reflect that. This really does look exuberant. And something else, too, is QQQ. We should be considering QQQ to be in a wave B of a larger measured move down, an ABC push lower, in which case we're looking for a very narrow, overly euphoric rally higher. And that, I believe, is what we're seeing. Look at this. This chart is crazy. So I have all these targets here. I was supposing that we probably topped out at 313. And since we broke that top, had to put some more targets on the board to the upside, obviously. So 338 was on the board. We hit that. And then there's another target, 346, a smaller time frame. Overall, 369, I think, is like really as high as we would see it push. If it breaks 369, I'm going to be calling bullish reversal in general. But so far, I don't think what we're looking at is very bullish. It has kind of the semblance of a rising diagonal, in which case this breakout of the upper trend line, it forms wave E. Very typical to see the AC line here broke in this way, and it's very frantic. And this is very narrow. We could be seeing QQQ hitting lower in the future. And if Nvidia goes through just a simple correction phase, then I think that could very well occur as well. So I'm not super bullish. Yeah, there's a lot going on, but we don't have the confirmation we need on Nvidia, I believe. I think QQQ is set up to actually reverse pretty soon, and I don't have a lot of reasoning for that. The debt ceiling talks are going well, right? The deal's pushed through, so debt ceiling default won't be what crashes the markets, but there's still a lot of other things that could, and it simply could be only just investor sentiment. It could be inflation data. It could be that the Fed raises rates, or simply put, the bulls have gone to bed and the bears are just going to start coming out. I don't know. Market moves how the market moves. It's important to watch it. I heard someone say it once, let the price prove it to you. This does look mighty bullish, but I think it's a little late to be hopping in. I think there will be at least one opportunity to hop back in at a better price if you're going to go long. You can see that there's a bearish divergence through here. And like I said, if you get these divergences, it doesn't mean the price is going to turn down. Typically, you see that divergence break, like right here. And then a higher high, an important ultimate high is set. And from there, we see the reversal. So personally, my opinion is, yeah, I'm still bearish. This is great, but this doesn't look super healthy. In any case, if this was a motive wave heading higher, we would still expect a retrace to come down even as far as 313, which is a long way to go when you think about it. Some you know, things to think about. That's my analysis on Nvidia and QQQ. Both are pushing much higher, but they look to me like they're just about to start reversing and turning down. There's just not good fundamentals here. I really don't think so. I mean, Nvidia's fundamentals are different as a company, but the overall market condition and the consumer sentiment, consumer strength, those are all things to think about too. It's very mushy. Anyway, I'm out of here.